It's Yassmin with the hurdle. How about that? Thomas Yassmin.
Well, Thomas, mate, give us a rundown. Why are we back here at Scots College?
Yeah, I mean, this is where it started. Scots College, first 15, rugby. I mean, grew up here my whole life. My parents were worried about me playing rugby. My brothers and I, we all started with soccer, and then we made the switch eventually. I think that was the better call for them.
You guys were way too big to be playing soccer.
Yeah.
way too big. But then as a kid, so how far did you manage to take it? When you made the crossover to rugby, how far did you get on that path?
Year 10, I started taking it a bit more serious. You know, I started getting into my training, put on a bit of weight. I was like, I started really enjoying it, playing a lot better. So first 15, year 11 and 12, and then I was very fortunate to play Australian Barbarians that year. I mean, for me, my studies was like the big thing, and obviously with rugby, that would have been really hard. And I mean, as much as I'd love to play professional rugby, I thought, you know, college football I saw as the best opportunity where, you know, I could go and get a great degree, and at the same time, I mean, I didn't kind of think of it at that time, but you know, the potential to go to the NFL. My basketball coach here kind of gave me the idea of heading over. There was a couple members from University of Hawaii that ended up reaching out and sort of did a run around there, and they offered me, and kind of went from there. Once that happened, you know, interest from one team, you start garnering interest from other teams, and one thing led to another.
How do you describe the enormity of college football in the States?
It's going to be a tremendous day of college football all across the country.
I mean, they die hard over there. It's unreal. That's what they live for, and it's unbelievable. Utah Jazz is the only professional organisation we really have there, so being the only football team, everyone's a Utah Utes fan.
Can you give us some insight into what it's like to be receiving and taking it away for a TD?
I remember the first time, it was honestly like towards the end of the game. We're up 40 points, 30 points, you know, and that was the first touchdown I'd score. I mean, you know, the fans are going as crazy as they are for the first touchdown of the game. It was unbelievable. And then, you know, obviously getting more and more opportunities later in sort of bigger time events, there's no feeling like it.
Caught for a touchdown. Thomas Yassmin, the former rugby player from Australia.
So you're a very tight family, obviously. How are they able to show their support for you?
No, they're awesome. I mean, they're calling me, FaceTiming me before games. I FaceTime them every single time when I'm warming up, when I'm in the locker room before, just having a laugh, because sometimes I can get a little bit too serious for a game, so I need to lighten up a little bit. So they're awesome.
We saw you catching up with a guy who I'm assuming is almost like a bit of a mentor for you, one of the first ever Aussies to go to the NFL, Colin Scott. Colin was famous for doing the kangaroo dance.
Yes.
After making a tackle. What's going to be your little Aussie flair piece when you score your next TD?
Actually, it's funny you said that. I got to let everyone know I'm from Australia. I did the classic, the NRL, awarding 6 points. Yes. I did that against Arizona, but
who are some of the current NFL players that you go, I would like to play like that guy, or I'd like to emulate that bloke?
George Kittle. He's an unbelievable player, unbelievable blocker. He just plays physical, he plays fast, very athletic.
So, mate, next step, I'm assuming, is NFL draft. Is that how this all plays out?
Yeah, so got one more season. You know, I've got goals in mind that I want to achieve, and if everything goes to plan, yeah, 2024, the NFL draft's the goal.
Then do we get a chance to see it like draft day with the Yassmin household back here, riding every wave of selections?
If everything goes well, I'm planning on doing that here, you know, just with the family, sitting at home, just hoping for that phone call.
And how do you think you'll react when your name is called to the NFL draft?
I think, quite frankly, it would be a very emotional event for me. And I mean, just being there with my family, you know, my brothers, my mum and dad, it's going to be a very emotional event, and I think, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.